Anyway, we ready to dive. We ready to dive. Let's check the Hole Inspector subreddit. What? Am I the asshole for not expecting elves to suffer from male pattern baldness? Sorry in advance because this is kind of a weird one and not very high stakes. Also, English is my second language, so sorry if there are any mistakes. Me, 22F, and a few friends, all early 20s, male and female, were chatting the other day, and I forget why, but the conversation topic went to Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, which we are all fans of to various levels. Necessary trivia: elves and Tolkien are generally quote-unquote aesthetically perfect, ethereally beautiful. Now, if you haven't seen the Lord of the Rings movie, there's this elf who has a really noticeable receding hairline, like a widow's peak in reverse, and it's very noticeable because Lord of the Rings elves' hairstyle is a long, swept back hair, and the camera zooms in wide on the guy's face a lot, so there's no missing it. And I mentioned during the conversation that when I first watched the movies years ago, I found it really funny that they let this elf keep his crazy hairline because you'd not expect an elf to suffer from male pattern baldness. I didn't say he was ugly or anything, just that it was unexpected / amusing. A guy in the group, Jake, has the beginnings of male pattern baldness. Very slight, by the way, not really noticeable at all unless you look for it, but I of course understand he may be feeling insecure about it. Anyway, Jake lashed out at me for this comment, called me shallow and vapid, and that judgmental people like me are the reason for male loneliness. Okay. I told him it wasn't that I thought a receding hairline was a horrible, nightmarish thing, but that it was an unexpected choice when it came to casting a species that's meant to be the pinnacle of human perfection. Not because I hate balding people, but because that specific elf's specific hairline isn't what you'd call conventionally attractive. Didn't say it was good or bad, just that I found it funny at the time. Jake blocked me on everything and is posting a ton of subtweets about not making fun of things people can't change. I repeat, I said this about the elf and not a comment on baldness itself. I meant well, but he's so annoyed that I am not questioning whether I'm in the wrong and don't realize because I am not a man or balding myself. I did apologize, by the way, and said I only intend to say it about the elf, but he's not having it. Am I the asshole? Hey, this specific artistic choice that they made in this movie with this specific character, with this specific character's hair, was interesting. And I find it amusing that they made this specific artistic choice in this piece of media. You are the reason that men feel lonely. What? Touch grass. I'm begging you. Go outside. The correct counter argument would be that Elrond is ancient, so I don't see any problem with him showing signs of age. Yeah, this man's ego is so fragile. Someone made a passing comment about a piece of media that barely related to him, and he made it all about himself. Yeah, not the asshole. And I just want to move on because it's not worth spending the mental energy digging into this, I think, when the answer is so very obviously fragile man. Wait, I got another one. This one only has 2 upvotes on the Hole Inspector subreddit, but I'm gonna do it anyway because the title was funny. Am I the asshole for always putting my boobs on the table? As someone who previously suffered from max level bazongas, no, real. So basically, my group of friends, about 8 total, get together every week for D&D. There are only 2 women in our group, including myself. It's always at friend A's house. What's friend A's name? Yeah, give me some more avant-garde, some more like kind of out there abstract. It's always at friend Abstract's house because he's the DM and has his fancy table and his whole setup there. Abstract has a fiance who recently moved in with him. She's cool and I don't really have anything against her. She just has her own group of friends and doesn't have the same interests as us, or click, for lack of a better word, with her husband's friends, us. She recently has been trying to get more into Abstract's interests, so she has been there for our games. She doesn't play with us, she just kind of watches and plays on her phone, which is fine, of course. Abstract has a table he set up specifically for the game. One with a recessed middle, so we don't have to put away our stuff. At the end, he just puts a leaf over the top to protect it. Because of that, in order to move around your character, you have to lean forward or stand to be able to reach. Now, I have big boobs. I'm not a particularly big woman. I'm in my late 20s, 5'4", 155-ish pounds, with H-cup breasts. I think we need a little bit of a visual aid, because I feel like there are some non-boob havers or some non-bra wearers that will think, oh, that's just really big. Oh, wait, hang on. So, your bra size compared to fruit comparison chart. Huge. Okay. So for double A cup, we've got plum or kiwi. For an A cup, we've got a lemon or a nectarine. For a B cup, we have an orange. For a C cup, we have a peach or a small apple. For a D to double D cup, we've got a large apple, a small grapefruit, or a small coconut. For an E to FF cup, we've got a large grapefruit or pomelo. A G to H cup would be a watermelon. Imagine having 2 watermelons strapped to your chest. And yes, before you ask, I've already started the process of getting a reduction, and I cannot wait to have this weight off of me. The problem is that when I lean forward to move my character, my breasts squish against the side of the table, and after a while it gets uncomfortable and painful. So I've taken to lifting up a little and settling with my breasts sitting on the edge of the table. It doesn't push them up or call attention to them. To be honest, I don't even think it's noticeable. With the height of the chairs, I can still sit normally with them there and lean forward without hurting my boobs. I've been doing this for months and no one has said anything. But last week, Abstract's fiance snapped out of nowhere and accused me of trying to, quote, put myself on display and to put my boobs away because no one cares. You need a parka to hide those, I fear. Yeah, right. Fucking watermelons, dude. I was shocked and didn't know what she was talking about at first. Neither did anyone else until she pointed at my boobs and called attention to what I was doing. So literally no one knew what you were talking about until you called attention to it, and you literally pointed at her boobs and said, hey everyone, look at her boobies, her massive fucking titties, her bingo bango oingy boingies. She got really upset and caused a scene, and we ended the night early. She's still mad at me and doesn't want me to come over to the house anymore. I've apologized and said I'd try not to do it anymore, and even told her how I'm going to get it reduced next year. She called me a show-off slut and is asking Abstract to stop being friends with me. Girl, go to therapy. I'm at a loss. I do this all the time. I've even caught myself doing it at home with my own table without even thinking about it. Am I the asshole? The top comment is wrong. She cares. She cares very much. She's been stewing over this for a long time. What you're doing is not sexual or seductive, and your friend group knows that. It's not wrong either. As a fellow double H cup girl, I feel your pain. I feel it deeply, usually in my back and my shoulders too. She wants you out and wants to be queen bee. Sadly, it's not what you're doing. It's you. If it wasn't the boobs, she would have found something else wrong. Drinking her Coke is too sexy, laughing too loud, breathing. Where's Abstract in this? Does he know his fiance is calling you names? If any partner of mine called anyone a slut just for existing, I'd be happily saying, oh no, absolutely. Like, that is instantaneously get the fuck out of my house. God damn. Yeah, not the asshole. It's not your fault you got huge tits. Like, It's not your fault you got huge titties, you know? Oh, okay. New prediction going live. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I get it, she's jealous and still a virgin after she told me I'd look better in a red wedding dress? So the reason we do white wedding dresses is because of the whole like no sex before marriage sort of thing, and the white is supposed to represent purity, like heavy quotations here, purity, right? And I think the implication here is that no, you're not pure, you should wear red instead. That is what I am getting from this title. I, 29 female, just got married. My sister Tara, 27 female, and I have never had the best relationship. She's always been pretty insecure, and growing up, there was a lot of tension between us. I've always tried to be sensitive to it, but it's been hard because she has a tendency to lash out in passive-aggressive ways. It got much worse when I got into a college that she didn't get into. At my wedding, I was mingling with the guest, and Tara came up to me and told me that I would have looked better in red. It's an insult, basically saying the bride should be in red, calling them a whore, that they are not pure enough to wear white. I told her, I get it, Tara, you're jealous and still a virgin. This isn't the time to make your insecurities my problem. I didn't shout, but my tone was harsh. Tara stormed off, and I could tell some people overheard. My brother later told me that I was out of line and I should apologize, that I humiliated her in front of everyone. Tara wants an apology and I was being a dick. My dad and mom told me she will have to get over it because this has been an ongoing issue. That's literally all we got. Okay, so the top comment is, info, why is your brother insisting she apologize? To which OP responds, he's always been on her side. Really doesn't matter why. I don't trust like that. Whole childhood, those two stuck together no matter what. I think he feels bad for her, but I am unsure. That is all the additional context we will ever get for this one. Yeah, I feel like we're missing some info, especially with the comment like, it doesn't matter why he takes her side. I don't want to go into that, where it doesn't matter. If someone said that at my wedding, I would take it as an insult. Yeah. All you need to say to the bride at a wedding is, you look great. Right. Seems like this was just more public and also more personal because it was at the wedding. And it was in front of a couple people, yeah. Like, you're both being catty at each other. You both kind of made a scene. OP sounds like you're trying to twist the narrative a little bit. I don't buy that it's not an insult. Right, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with everyone sucks here for sure. Kerfluffle. Fluffles. What are we searching? Fluffy. Okay. This is from 4 years ago. All right. Am I the asshole for not apologizing to a little girl when my dog scared her? Yeah, definitely a little sus wording here for sure. I don't trust like that. I have a little dog who is not a fan of children. He ignores them when they ignore him, but gets very nervous when they yell and run or jump towards him. The other day, I was walking him on the sidewalk next to my house, and a lady was sitting outside watching her little daughter, 4 to 5-ish, play. The daughter saw my dog, who is very cute and fluffy, and starting running towards him and screaming excitedly. My dog got scared and started barking. The girl got scared and started crying hysterically. Her mother started yelling at me and demanding I apologize to her daughter because my dog scared her. I said that I have nothing to apologize for as my dog was properly leashed and far away from the girl at all times, so I did my duty as a dog owner, and she should do her duty as a parent and teach her child to not scream and run towards strangers' dogs, as you never know how they would react. She disagreed, and eventually I just walked away. Reddit, am I the asshole? Edit, the incident took place on a public sidewalk next to the entrance of my apartment building. The dog was at least 3 meters away from the girl at all times and on a short leash. There was never any danger that anything would happen to her. Edit number 2, based on some comments, I feel the need to point out that I do not hate children. In fact, I love children very much, and I have not ever blamed a little girl for any of this. I completely understand that my dog is small and cute, and that's why she got so excited. I'd say to apologize to the kid, but I kind of wonder if the mom cut in before OP could. Yeah, right. Because on the one hand, I would be like, the demanding of an apology while you still have the dog that just got scared by this little girl who is still probably crying. You're not going to want to bring that dog to the little girl and further exacerbate the situation. Oh yeah, the mom sucks here for sure. Might also be if someone's kid did that and the parent demanded an apology before I could correct their child. Right. The parent then being like, you need to apologize to my child. I'd be of the mind to apologize afterwards, but as soon as the parent was like, you have to apologize, I'd be like, I'm going inside. You can go fuck yourself, actually. To me, it feels like this isn't that big of a deal. It's weird to me that a parent didn't just comfort their kid, but instead demanded an apology. Like, these are two adults who know how kids and dogs can be, not just going, my bad, and keep going. Right. Yeah. It's definitely a very weird 0 to 100 aggro moment. Yes, the asshole, not the asshole, or everyone sucks here. What are we thinking? What are we feeling? It's close. It's real close. 12 to 10 in favor of not the asshole so far. Twitter, don't you do it. Twitter. It's like every time a poll starts to be close, it activates everyone's brat tendencies. Okay. All right. We're doing another poll, a separate poll. I don't know. I can take 2 polls back to back, Beeps. I don't know. I don't think you can. No, the brats need to okay, so we're 18 votes for everyone sucks here. 15 for not the asshole. Hell yes. 19. Proud of you guys. I voted ESH even though I felt not the assholes for the tie and you failed me. Everyone sucks here. Sounds good. Sick. Look at you guys. You made a decision. I'm so proud of you. New giveaway. The winner is Mr. Rat Dad Beetle. Will I be the asshole for continuing to set off my car horn every time I see my neighbor take a picture of my car? This falls under the it's wrong but funny enough to forgive the crime, you know, sometimes. This whole thing is so dumb, but I'm thinking that maybe I'm being too petty or something, and I wanted to get other people's perspective on it. I, 22 female, have a cute little Volkswagen that my grandfather gave me when I got my license at 20. I know that's a little late, but I had a fear of driving and just kept putting it off until I had no choice but to learn. To celebrate, my granddad bought an '02 Beetle from one of his friends and fixed it up for me. He runs an auto shop, so we were able to get it painted my favorite color, which I'm really happy about. Huge. I like this. It's adorable and pink, and I love it so much I'll probably never sell it, even when it doesn't run anymore. No one has ever really had an issue with my car. The most I get is people telling me it's cute. However, my neighbor totally hates it. She came over about a week after I moved in with my roommates and told me that my car was an eyesore and messed with the curb appeal of the neighborhood. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Oh my fucking God. I'm about to get mad, huh? I'm about to get real angry town, huh? I didn't know what exactly she expected me to do about it. She asked that I park it in the garage, but I can't do that because it's a 1-car garage, and between the 3 people that live in this house, 2 of us drive. The one that parks in the garage works from home, so it wouldn't make sense for me to take that spot since they'd have to move their car out of the driveway every morning so I could go to work. I thought that was the end of it, but she sent a complaint to the HOA. She sent a complaint to the HOA, and when that didn't work, she started posting on the neighborhood app, making up reasons to get upset with the quote, loud college kids across the way. And lately it's just been her coming outside to take pictures of my car after I park it in the driveway. Now when I catch her doing it, I press the key fob so the horn honks. The first few times it scared her, but now it just pisses her off enough to make her storm back in the house. I did it again today when I got home from work and saw her, and she ended up leaving a note in our mailbox saying that I was being childish and disruptive, and she was going to report me for targeted harassment. Look in the mirror, girl. I'm not too worried about the last part, but my roommates think that I have made it worse by honking the horn and that she's not really bothering me by taking pictures. I am being a little childish in my response. Edit! So I fell asleep almost immediately after I posted and definitely didn't expect to wake up to many people, blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to clear up a few things. I'm not setting off the alarm. It's the little beep noise that the cars make when you lock them. I've got no clue where she's posting the pictures she's taking or what she's doing with them. The car, her name is Ophelia, isn't an obnoxiously bright pink or anything. It's a pastel pink. Think cotton candy, but a little lighter than that. Also, I'm gonna stop by the local police station on my way home from work and ask them if there's anything that they can do to get her to stop and mind her business. Usually, even when you call the non-emergency line here, they just send the cops anyway, so I feel like going and explaining the situation to them in person will probably be easier and also waste less people's time. Grow up. It is a pink Volkswagen Beetle parked in a driveway. It's not hurting anyone. Fuck your curb appeal. It's not doing anything for your curb. What do you... Posts like stories like this make me feel not sane. It makes me feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind. Can you lose something you never had? So not the asshole. Yeah, not the asshole. You know Shakira? Who's Shakira? Is that like a pastry? That sounds like a delicious confectionery, a delicious roll that I could get at the gas station, like a glazed cinnamon roll. Her hips don't lie. The glazed cinnamon roll. Shakira sounds more like a drink to me. What kind of drink would a Shakira be? Look up what song? You're queer and an anti-capitalist and you don't know Shakira, diva, and tax evader? What does being queer and anti-capitalist have to do with Shakira? I don't know what you're talking about. Please say what are you all talking about right now? Sandy, do you know what a Shakira is? Chat's mad at me for not knowing what a Shakira is. Hips don't lie. What is this thing about hips everyone's talking about? It's like a 20-year-old song. What is? Hips? Or Shakira's a 20-year-old song? Generally same. Y'all cannot tell if joking. Do you really not know who Shakira is, peeps? What do you want from me? I thought we were doing Am I the Asshole right now? Yeah, you got me. Of course I know who Shakira is. How many of you legitimately got right now? Have you seen my ass? Look at this. Look at this. Of course I know what Shakira is. Taking advantage of trusting chatters like an evil wizard. Y'all ain't never gonna believe anything I ever say ever again, huh?